to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
So before we get started, let's look at the Vincent, Alabama demographics, right? So they stated that it is white, 85.79%, Black or African American, 12.27%, Native American, 1.28%, two or more races, 0.66%, Asian, 0.00%, Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander, 0.00%, other races, 0.00%. The City Council of Vincent voted Thursday to temporarily dissolve its police department in the wake of racist text messages between two of the three officers in the department. The decision came after nearly a 2-hour public hearing in the Vincent Middle School and High School area, where members of the public aired their frustrations at the text messages and possible options to address the situation. Quote, "It sets us back 60 years." And that was stated by Tina Franklin, who moved to the small community from Memphis in 2013. Franklin and virtually every other speaker stated that they wanted to find a way to keep their police department. Please allow the city to heal and do the right thing. The issue arose at the beginning of the month when a text conversation from June surfaced on social media. Someone identified as 752 text, quote, "What do you call a pregnant slave?" The answer, an unidentified recipient responds twice, question mark and question mark question mark. Quote, "The answer is a 752, also known as a BOGO, buy one, get one free." The audience wanted the officers involved in the messages to be fired. Mayor James Lattimore explained law enforcement under state law and Vincent's personal policy could not be fired after one documented offense. In short, if the department stayed, so too would the officers involved. The council voted unanimously to dissolve the department and, as a result, laying off the officers involved. Council members insisted that they plan to ultimately bring back the department at a later date with new officers. Lattimore stated that the city plans to enter into an agreement with the Shelby County Sheriff's Office to begin policing Vincent for a 1-year period starting in September. Vincent has a population of just under 2,000 people. It's located in Shelby, St. Clair, and Talladega counties. Quote, "This has torn this community apart. It doesn't matter what color we are as long as we do right by people." That was stated by a city councilman, Corey Abrams. Others raised questions as to the impact that the new arrangement could have on 911 response times. Quote, "It was a big draw to me to live in a city that has its own resources. We're at the mercy of them," Shelby County Sheriff's Office, as to how much we're going to have to pay for their services. Lattimore also stated that the city will aim to have a department ready to be launched when the contract ends, and with a prayer from Pastor Clarence C. Carter Sr. of Mount Olive Baptist Church, who noted the importance of this controversy had brought to his community. Quote, "The whole world is watching us." So this is where I'm getting to a point right now. Whenever I start seeing prayer mentioned directly in any stories revolving around racism, and you have Caucasian individuals deciding that they want to make racist type jokes and and different things of that nature, and I see black people talking about, oh, prayer, kumbaya, I almost want to just skip over these stories and not even talk about them. Just leave them exactly where they are, because for all intents and purposes, if you praying, then obviously God should handle this for you. I'm just going to put it like that. God should obviously just handle it for you. Nobody else should worry about these problems. Because as I stated to you guys before, the population of black people is only 12%. The overwhelming majority of the population there is white. So I'm pretty sure that the city council is going to look out for the best interest on the overwhelming majority of the population there. White people are not going to allow their people to fall, by the wayside. They're just not. So I'm pretty sure that Shelby County is going to look out for the main demographic there. Now, when it comes to black people calling the police, I don't know what to tell y'all. It is what it is. You better get a hat and try to fandangle some type of magic, wizardry, sorcery. Y'all better try to figure out something. But this is the main thing that I told black people before. At any moment in time that you feel that you are left without a safety net, you are left without protection, it is up for you to protect yourself. It is up for you to arm yourself. Y'all in Alabama, for God's sakes, y'all can sit up here and have weapons. Y'all can go out there and get your license and all this. Y'all down south. It ain't up north. Y'all down south. So it ain't no excuse why black people in any of these communities are left unarmed, are left without protection, have to sit up there and wait for the police an hour, 45 minutes, or the next day, or whatever it is. We all know how it goes in the black community. It's usually the longest wait. You got a better chance of almost seeing Christ before you end up seeing the police show up or the EMS in a lot of communities. Because in some communities, the police won't even venture into there because they are afraid, because they already know the dynamic of stepping foot there, that it's not going to work out well. That the same way that you came into work is not the same way that you leave. So, like I said before, black people, y'all got to stop with all of this. Like, yeah, we about to bring in pastors. They about to, nah, son, nah. You should be angry. You have every right to be angry because this has been an ongoing situation, an ongoing problem. The only thing that pastors in the church are there to do are to pacify you, are to stop you from being oh so angry about the situation. Like I said, remember, pastors are the exact same ones. Let any of these cops that end up saying any of these racist things and they ended up harming your families, or your families are never coming back, they're never seeing birthdays or whatever it is, let these same cops do that. Who's going to be there? Oh, it's going to be the pastors. Oh, this is a sad moment. God is watching over us. May God forgive, them and all this other. It's going to be the exact same thing. They're trying to tell you that, hey, yeah, you did lose somebody, but guess what? Don't be angry. Don't be angry. There's no reason to be angry. It's fine. It happened for a reason. Like I said, this is why things never get done. This is why nothing ever gets accomplished, because black people are still putting all of whatever they have still into the church, still into these pastors. And I just want to note, whenever any of these things takes place, these churches ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. How about this? How about this, right? If the churches are going to roll in and they're going to show up whenever things take place, how about the churches set up organizations that have weapons that are going to protect the black communities in which they police in? I'll wait for the first black church to do that, because more than likely they're not going to sit up there and do it, because they know that that's going to cause a whole bunch of problems, and they might just lose a whole bunch of money. And like I said, the funniest thing is the people that they might lose the money from is not the government itself, but it's going to be from the very same people that are quote unquote a part of the flock, because they're going to be the main ones stating that, oh, this is not good. This is not what God taught us. This is not what would Jesus do. We're supposed to throw everything in God's hands. We're supposed to let God worry about the situation and just follow his word and just live by and walk by how it is that we're supposed to do things. So yada, 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 yada. Like I said, the same people suffering and the same people that need help, and when they end up getting the help, are the same people that want to complain about the help in the way in which the help is basically given and dealt out. So what I'm saying is, this is going to be an ongoing situation that is going to continuously happen in the black community, because no matter how much ever black people complain about it, black people are not actually going to do anything about it. Because anytime that things like this happen and a police department is dissolved, that means that people in the black community should be stepping up and ready right, on a needs notice to go out here and to work for the community that you are a part of. But like I said before, that's the hard work. And a lot of people are not up for that hard work. That also means within the hard work that you may potentially have to put your life on the line. You may have to risk your life. And a lot of black people are not willing to sit up there and risk their life for the community that they belong to, that they are part of, that they grew up in. So they are willing to sit up there and forfeit that stuff and push that onto somebody else, but yet still then complain about how it is that they are being helped and how the help is being divvied out and basically given. It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, to the black people out there hearing my voice, regardless on if you disagree with me or not, if you don't like how it is that the police is basically treating you, then it is up to you as a complainer to come up with a solution. Me, as the main person that's been doing this platform and trying to give solutions, this is my solution to you, to any and all that are basically complaining that just write on social media. Start up groups that are armed, that are willing to sit up there and put their lives on the line in order to protect the community of which they live in, of which their children are growing up in, of which you have been a part of for oh so long. The moment in time that y'all are willing and ready to do that, that's when a lot of these things are going to transition and change. That's when you can start having police departments within the community that are of the community and for the community and about the community. But up until black people in the black community are willing to put their lives down, this is just going to continue and get worse.